From Novice to Master, The Journey of Luang Pu Nien. In the Wang Subdistrict, Thung District, Roi Et Province. Pra-Kru Palet Ikanar Khammiro, also known as Luang Pu Nien, the Fire-Eyed Hermit, was born into the youngest of 4 siblings of the Anant Bhakti family. He was a happy, bright child in his younger years who was well liked by his family and those around him. At the age of 6, he started school like any other child and lived a normal life. His early years were unremarkable until, at the age of 7, a mysterious illness struck Nien. Nien fell ill for unknown reasons. His parents sought treatment from modern medicine, traditional medicine, and even occult practices, but his condition did not improve. Despite their efforts, Nien's condition continued to worsen. When a monk arrived, he claimed that the child was under the influence of the fire-eyed hermit's spirit and suggested performing a ritual to harness his strength. Desperate to cure their son, his parents agreed to the ritual, similar to a drowning person grasping at a straw. His parents acted on the monk's advice because of their love and concern. Miraculously, after the ritual to receive the hermit's power was completed, young Nien recovered and could play and frolic like any other child. After his recovery, however, he differed from other children in that he had psychic abilities and could foresee future events. He often told his family and friends about things that were going to happen, and those things would indeed come true as he said. Furthermore, Nien was interested in studying Dharma, meditation practices, and various magical spells. Whenever he had free time, he would spend it with the monks at the nearby temple, unlike other children, who would usually be playing around. He would spend hours listening to the teachings and absorbing all the knowledge he could when he was 9. With a fondness for and interest in occult sciences, spells, and incantations, just after finishing 3rd grade, young Nien met Luang Pu Chid, who was meditating in a forest near his home. Nien asked Luang Pu Chid to teach him meditation. When Luang Pu Chid embarked on a journey to visit another renowned monk, Luang Pu Yet, Nien joined him. Along the way, Luang Pu Chid taught him meditation. Upon arriving at Wat Luang Pu Yet, he served Luang Pu Yet's disciples and had the opportunity to observe the creation and consecration of paladkic amulets according to Luang Pu Yet's method. He secretly studied and memorized the techniques and procedures until he understood them completely. He would later use this knowledge to create his own paladkic amulets. After staying at Wat Luang Pu Yet for 3 weeks, he took his leave and traveled to Bangkok. He went to Wat Sudhawas, Wat Mai Ta Sud, and became a disciple of Luang Pu Praman, the master of the oil-treading spell for healing. He tried to learn the spell from Luang Pu, but the latter thought he was too young and refused to teach him. Therefore, he could only secretly observe and memorize the techniques when Luang Pu was performing healing rituals for the devotees. After serving Luang Pu Praman for 2 months, he took his leave. Young Nien made a pilgrimage to Wat Nong Tonggu in Nakhon Sawan province to seek the guidance of Luang Pu Phimpa. There, he was fortunate enough to learn the ancient art of Salika bird consecration. After a month of dedicated study, he mastered this esoteric technique and took his leave. He then went to stay with Luang Pu Par at Wat Phikal Thong in Singburi province. He served the monk and helped his disciples create the unique rainbow-colored Sumdaj amulets according to Luang Pu Par's formula. Later, he requested to become Luang Pu Par's disciple and learn from him. However, Luang Pu Par did not immediately agree to teach him. Instead, he asked the young Nien to practice meditation first. So, he began to practice meditation for about a month. However, his meditation practice didn't progress much, so he asked people who came to the temple if any other teachers taught meditation. He learned that Luang Pu Jaran from Wat Amphawan in Singburi province was a teacher who directly taught Vipassana meditation. So he asked permission from Luang Pu Par to travel and learn Vipassana meditation from Luang Pu Jaran at Wat Amphawan. He stayed there for about a month, but his meditation practice still didn't progress as much as he hoped. Seeking further spiritual guidance, he journeyed to Wat the Sung to become a disciple of the renowned Luang Pu Yai Lursi Lingdam in Utai Thani province. The monk was highly skilled in samatha and vipassana meditation. He kindly taught the disciples the Manamayiti subject, a technique that allows one to experience hell, heaven, the Brahma realms, and nirvana through mental cultivation. This practice aimed to develop concentration and insight, allowing the practitioner to perceive various realms according to their level of meditation. The ultimate goal is to attain enlightenment and liberation from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. He trained with Luang Pu Nien Khammiro for 3 months and successfully mastered the technique. Nen had the intention to become a monk under the monk's guidance, but unfortunately, due to insufficient merit and fortune, the mentor passed away before he could fulfill his wish. A year following the passing of his revered teacher, Luang Pu Nien Khammiro, he embarked on a spiritual journey to Nakhon Paen Province. There, he sought refuge at Wat Phra that Maha and asked to become a disciple and novice monk under the guidance of Luang Pu Khampan. He practiced vipassana meditation with Luang Pu Khampan for a month. Then, novice Nen took his leave from Luang Pu to go on a solitary pilgrimage to Layam Sing district, Chantaburi province. During his pilgrimage, he diligently practiced vipassana meditation. After 2 months, he reached his destination and had the opportunity to pay respects to Luang Pu Somchai at Wat Khao Sukhum, a renowned monk in Chantaburi. After that, he returned to reside at Wat Ko Kyo Amphawan in that Panom district, Nakhon Paen province. With an unwavering dedication to his spiritual practice and an insatiable thirst for knowledge in the occult, novice Nen embarked on another pilgrimage after the rainy season. Seeking to expand his understanding of various mystical arts, he ventured into Myanmar. Along the way, he encountered Luang Pu Chetar, a Burmese monk renowned for his expertise in black magic removal and curse breaking. The novice Nen became his disciple, and he studied Burmese incantations for 2 months. Upon returning to Wat Ko Kyo Amphawan, he diligently reviewed all the knowledge he had acquired. However, he realized that his mastery of these skills was still incomplete. To continue his spiritual journey, he traveled to Angkor Wat in Cambodia, seeking a knowledgeable teacher. There, he met Archen Mung, a highly respected lay teacher renowned for his expertise in various magical arts, including love spells, protection, invulnerability, and the removal of curses. With his dedication and innate abilities, novice Nen mastered these skills under Archen Mung's guidance in just 3 months. He then returned to Thailand and journeyed to Ubon Ratchathani, where he became a disciple of Luang Pu Phrama Kemajaro at Wat Suan Hin Phanang Khoi. During his time at Wat Suan Hin Phanang Khoi, novice Nen formed a connection with Archen Kien. Recognizing the novice's spiritual attainments, Archen Kien invited Nen to embark on a pilgrimage to the mystical Tham Ki cave in Pu Khao Kwai, Laos. Archen Kham, who resides there, is a master of the occult, said Archen Kien. Nestled in a majestic mountain range bordering the Mekong River, this labyrinth of caves has long been a spiritual retreat for the Lao people seeking enlightenment and a center of esoteric knowledge. It is believed that those who complete their studies in this sacred mountain range will become masters of the occult. The caves are filled with ancient texts and artifacts, hidden away in secret chambers deep within the earth. After agreeing with Archen Kien, novice Nen took his leave from Luang Pu Phrama and embarked on his pilgrimage. On the long and treacherous journey to the mountain range, upon arriving at Tham Ki cave, he learned that Archen Kham Thamero was in deep meditation. When the monk emerged, he asked, "I've been waiting for you for a long time. Why have you only just arrived? And what is your purpose here?" Archen Kien replied, "I have just arrived and would like to entrust this novice to your care." Archen Kham turned to Nen and asked, "Are you afraid of ghosts?" "No, I am not," the novice replied confidently. Archen Kham said, "Are you sure you want to stay with me? If you want to stay with me, you must first survive tonight. Whether you can stay or not is up to you." As the night fell, novice Nen faced the most terrifying experience of his life, encountering 2 ghosts guarding the cave. However, novice Nen was not afraid at all. He gathered his concentration and used the Dharma teachings he had received from Luang Pu Phrama to send out loving kindness to the ghosts. Eventually, the 2 ghosts disappeared without harming or approaching the novice. They never reappeared. The next morning, Archen Kham came to ask, "How was your night, young monk?" Novice Nen recounted his experience. Archen Kham replied, "Now, this is how a disciple of mine should be." Then Archen Kham began to teach him various Dharma teachings according to the Lao tradition, which originated from Sumdaj Lun of Wat Ban Vien Sai in Champasak province, Laos. Sumdij Lun was a monk who strictly adhered to the Vinaya and had a deep understanding of the Dharma. He had compiled many texts on incantations and herbal medicine. Thanks to his diligence and natural talent, Novice Nen mastered the various occult arts taught by Archon Kham in just 3 months. He then traveled to Wat Pa Nawum in Nakhon Panom province. From that point on, Novice Nen decided to end his wandering lifestyle. Through his years of pilgrimage and study, he realized that wandering didn't guarantee enlightenment but rather taught him endurance, patience, and survival skills. When he turned 18, his parents found him in Nakhon Panom and requested that he return home to develop Buddhism and promote morality in his hometown. Novice Nen then moved to Wat Pra That Upmung, in Roi Et Province. At the age of 20, he was ordained as a monk under the guidance of Luang Pu Kampan of Wat Pa Nan Sawan and received the Dharma name Khammiro. Since then, he has dedicated himself to developing and preserving Buddhism and benefiting the community. Subsequently, his parents generously donated a substantial plot of land, spanning approximately 2.57 acres, to support his spiritual endeavors. With this, he decided to build a temple as a place for spiritual practice and a sanctuary for his devoted followers. It was also a way to express his gratitude to his parents, teachers, and the Buddha. The temple was named Wat Ban Kaset Thung Setthi. Located in Mu 11, Ban Kaset, Wang Subdistrict, Phan Thong District, Roi Et Province. Construction began in February 2005, driven entirely by the sincere devotion of his disciples. The unwavering faith of his followers has been a great source of encouragement for Luang Pu Nien Khammiro in his endeavors to propagate Buddhism and guide others. This deep-rooted faith was not something he could purchase but was cultivated through his persistent pursuit of Buddhist knowledge and various occult sciences from teachers across the land. Luang Pu Nien has always used these skills in conjunction with the knowledge he picked up through self-study at a young age for the good of Buddhism and its adherents. In this video, I'm going to share the kata for the Hoon Payon Sao Ha amulet. It's interesting to note that while the amulet's image of Hoon Payon differs from the other well-known amulets of Khun Paen, the worship of kata appears to be the same constant throughout this particular series by Luang Pu Nien. This shows that these amulets have a common spiritual basis. This is the specific incantation or chant that is used to worship and activate the amulet. Now let us chant the preliminary prayer. Before chanting to any Thai Buddhist statue or amulet, first, chant 3 times of this initial mantra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ
โอมะอะอุนะมะพะทะนะเมตตาโมกะรุณาพุทธปราณีทายินดียะเอ็นดูบิดาค้ำชูมารดาป้องกันครูอาจารย์อุปถัมภ์ยะธาพุทธโมนะนะโมพุทธายะพุทธังรวมจิตธัมมังรวมใจสังฆังหลงไหลนะมะพะทะนะสุนะโมโลกะวิตังจิตติพันธังปียังมะมะสวาหะโอมะอะอุนะมะพะทะนะเมตตาโมกะรุณาพุทธปราณีทายินดียะเอ็นดูบิดาค้ำชูมารดาป้องกันครูอาจารย์อุปถัมภ์ยะธาพุทธโมนะนะโมพุทธายะพุทธังรวมจิตธัมมังรวมใจสังฆังหลงไหล นะมะพะทะนะสุนะโมโลกะวิตังจิตติพันธังปียังมะมะสวาหะโอมะอะอุนะมะพะทะนะเมตตาโมกะรุณาพุทธปราณีทายินดียะเอ็นดูบิดาค้ำชูมารดาป้องกันครูอาจารย์อุปถัมภ์ยะธาพุทธโมนะนะโมพุทธายะพุทธังรวมจิตธัมมังรวมใจสังฆังหลงไหลนะมะพะทะนะสุนะโมโลกะวิตังจิตติพันธังปียังมะมะสวาหะ
May the Hoon Payon and the Khun Paen Amulet, imbued with the sacred energies of Luang Pu Nien, bring you peace, prosperity, and protection. Let its power guide you towards love, happiness, and success. Wear it with faith and reverence. May your journey be filled with light and blessings.